Maybe get a job or something. Pack it up and head back home. Tell everybody I was bluffing. Or maybe I'll just get out my head and focus on what I know's coming. Yeah. Cause I can't fall asleep at night without seeing my dreams. Delusion and reality, I'm somewhere in between. These voices in my head get loud and they keep telling me that I'm a fool for trusting in these wings. But maybe, baby, this what flying feels like. Maybe, baby, this what flying feels like. Maybe, baby, this what flying feels like. All my exes just drinking themselves crazy tonight. Maybe I should call and say, told you I'd be right. Wondering how long it was before you realized the biggest mistake of your life, and now you're paying the price. Oh, is it confidence or confusion? Either way, I feel like I ain't never losing. Your opinion of mine, you know just what I'm choosing. I gotta do this, cause I can't fall asleep at night without seeing my dreams. Delusion and reality, I'm somewhere in between. These voices in my head get loud and they keep telling me that I'm a fool for trusting in these wings. But maybe, baby, this what flying feels like. Maybe, baby, this what flying feels like. Feels like. Maybe, maybe this what flying feels like.
McDonald's, Bucyrus, and Galvin. It's time for the tip-off. Let's head to the game.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Colonel Crawford High School, a cross-county N10 rivalry matchup. That's happening tonight here on WBCO. Jared Moore, John Supon. We'll have more of the pregame show coming up here on WBCO.
Formal. 100 years of can-do. 100 years of milestones. 100 years of family. Generation after generation, its legacy lives on. The one for all since 1923.
He's going to send a line drive down the field. It'll be fielded on the bounce. That is Schieffer. Schieffer finds a hole at the center. Schieffer turns on the burners. Schieffer could go. He's at the 50, 45. He's got one man to beat. Schieffer with the ball in his left hand. He's going to take it to the house. Wynford opens up the second half with a kick return touchdown.
We guarantee nobody else gets you closer to the action than our exclusive coverage. So give me a call, Brian Skoronsky, and let's make you a part of the game.
Gallion 468-3343. Nobody out pizzas the hut.
Back
this
here
is Lee Primal
on
from Primal Insurance
WBCO,
Group
Jared
with
Moore
locations in
alongside
Bucyrus
John
and
Supon, also joined by the OH.REPORT with our audio broadcast. We have Wynford and Colonel Crawford, and I think that's all you got to say, John.
Yeah, this is a huge game for both teams, especially the Colonel Crawford Eagles with their 2 losses in the league coming into this game. So they need to defend their home court tonight. Coach Sheldon knows that. This is a big game here at the Mac Morrison Arena. And Wynford with a 9-1 overall record, 4-1 in the league play. They're going to come in here and playing very good basketball. Puts together some great wins, starting to come together as a team. And it's going to be a tough task for the Eagles to come in here and stop the high-powered offense of the Wynford Royals.
Yeah, this isn't the same Colonel Crawford team that we're kind of used to the past couple of years. Obviously still near the top of the N10, but definitely a difference here between these two teams, obviously. And Wynford with that 9-1 record, and they are led by head coach Mike Smith. And alongside that, with that 9-1 record, they have the 4-1 conference record. As an offense, they average 70 points a game, and defensively, they only give up 51 points a game. And they shoot from beyond the three-point line at 33%. So a pretty good three-point shooting percentage there for Wynford. Their lone loss was at Cary back on December 16th, 66-59.
Yeah, Wynford has a really good balanced offense. They can go inside to McMillan. They go a good outside game with Prenger and McGuire. McGuire can go inside or outside. I saw him put 25 on the board against Bucyrus in the first half.
And he averages 13.9 a game.
And Wynford has a little bit more scoring power inside and outside. Colonel Crawford right now needs to find somebody besides Payne DeGray and Trevor Vogt to score. Yep. After those two guys, you're looking at 4 points a game by Logan Goddard. Bodo averages 16.5, DeGray 14.2 a game. And DeGray's going to be a load inside for the Wynford Royals. He's a little bit more physical than McMillan, a little bit bigger frame. It's going to be McMillan's job to keep him off the boards. Payne DeGray, though, has really been a breakout player this year for Coach Sheldon. I know he's very happy, but that's going to be the key. McMichael, Vogt, Goddard getting some points, taking the pressure off of Vogt and DeGray.
Yeah, and Colonel Crawford, they come in with a record of 7-3 overall, 3-2 in the conference, led by head coach David Sheldon. Offensively, they're much different than Wynford. They average just under 50 points per game, but defensively, they only give up 36. So if they can key in defensively here against Wynford, they got a legitimate shot. They also are about 30% from the three-point line, and their last 2 or 3 games, they have lost to Cary and Seneca East, and Seneca East was here at home, Cary on the road.
Yeah, after the Seneca East loss, so they came back the next night, put up good numbers against Clyde. I think Coach Sheldon was happy that his team responded very well after that loss against Seneca East. A little bit of a layoff here over the new year, so both teams should be rested, ready to go.
And you mentioned they need to find some more scoring. Trevor Vogt, 16.5 points per game, 3.2 assists, and 1.7 steals per game. Keys to the game here for both teams, as Trevor Vogt with his 16.5. Colonel Crawford needs to contain the three-point line. I mentioned the 33% shooting beyond the arc for Wynford. Colonel Crawford, on the other hand, Colonel Crawford also needs to find their third scorer, like you mentioned. You mentioned Payne DeGray, Trevor Vogt. Who's going to step up here for Colonel Crawford? For Wynford and their keys to the game, as we're just about set for tip-off, they need to avoid foul trouble. You get Sam McMillan in trouble, that's when you get in trouble as well. You bring a guy like KJ Catala, can he kind of step in? He only averages just under 2 points per game and only 2 rebounds per game, and they need to get to the free throw line, and if they have that, they have a legitimate shot also to win this game. So coming up, we're going to have the national anthem, so we'll step aside for that. We'll have the starting lineups and tonight's first quarter action coming up here from Mac Morrison Gymnasium. Jared Moore, John Supon here on WBCO and the OH Report.
In Bucyrus and Gallion. We have been insuring Bucyrus, Gallion, and North.
She serves in the 7th grade choir, is going to be the lead role All right, 25 seconds.
We specialize in professional obedience training. We can show you how to communicate with your dog to obtain the behavior you want. We also feature complete veterinary services, long or short-term boarding services, plus daycare and grooming.
10 seconds.
Edgefield Animal Care Center, located at 275 James Way, just off routes 23 and 94. Call us at 740-389-4661.
You're live.
Back here on WBCO and the OH Report, Jared Moore, John Supon joining you here tonight, where we have Wynford and Colonel Crawford boys basketball on the slate. And let's go ahead and run down those starting lineups. We'll go first for the visiting Wynford Royals, as they are led by a 6'4 senior, number 0, Ashton Warren. A 6'1 junior, number 5, Weston Prenger. A 6'1 senior, number 12, Grant McGuire. A 6' junior, number 22, Drew Johnson. And a 6'6 senior, number 32, Sam McMillan. For the Colonel Crawford Eagles, they start out with a 5'10 junior, number 3, Logan Goddard. A 6'2 senior, number 5, Trevor Vogt. A junior, 6'2, number 23, Caden Bruner. A 6' senior, number 25, Ryan McMichael. And a 6'5 sophomore, number 33, Payne DeGray. Wynford in the all royal blue uniforms. Gray numbers, white trim around those. Colonel Crawford, the home white with the script, Eagles across the chest, gold numbers, and black trim. Wynford led by head coach Mike Smith. Colonel Crawford by David Sheldon. John, just about set for tip-off, and we've already talked about everything I think we possibly could, but it's a packed house here, as always, in Mac Morrison Gymnasium, and I don't think there's an empty seat in this building.
Yeah, it's great to see a crowd like tonight. Back in the good old days, back in crowds packed in gymnasiums. It's kind of nice to see one here tonight. Also, I believe a key to this game, Jared, is how good of a start these teams get. Neither team wants to fall behind because Crawford doesn't have the scoring power to come from behind if they get down too much. Wynford doesn't want to get behind on the home court of the Eagles because it's a little tougher to come from behind when you're playing on the road. So both coaches are early in the game, I'm sure, are going to want to keep it as close as they can, maybe play a little bit more cautious, and then maybe towards the end of the first quarter, into the second quarter, turn it up a little bit. And it's going to be, I'll be anxious to see how the start of the game is, like happened in the girls' game last night when Wynford jumped on Colonel Crawford early, and then Crawford was never able to come back. Hopefully we won't see that tonight, and it should be a great ball game.
All right, here we go. Sam McMillan, Ryan McMichael, center court to tip off. And this one will go to Wynford as it's controlled by McGuire to Ashton Warren on the left wing. Warren back to McGuire, far side corner, guns a three, in and out. And the rebound skied up and grabbed there by Trevor Vogt here for Colonel Crawford. Little pressure here by Wynford, but Crawford breaks across the timeline. It'll be Bruner here high on the left over to Ryan McMichael. Back to Vogt here on the left wing. Vogt turns faces, now feeds it near side corner to Bruner. Bruner double teamed in the corner, trying to get out of a trap, splits through the defense, and he'll have a 5-second call.
Yeah, Caden Bruner got caught in the corner, didn't get rid of the ball quick enough. Coach Sheldon letting him know about it too. Wynford's going to trap every chance they can, put a little pressure on that ball handler.
Especially with the height of this Wynford team. They have the advantage when you get the ball in the corner. It'll be Warden, far side corner to Grant McGuire at the volleyball line here for Wynford. Working left to right, 7:05 to play here first quarter, no score. McGuire turns, kicks it out, top of the key to Warren. Fakes a three, drives left to the lane, kicks it. Now it'll be a travel. So both teams trade turnovers here.
Early in the game, like I said, both teams kind of, checking each other out, get matchup situations. Again, look at Wynford Trillo half-court pressure here.
1-2-2. McMichael still on the backcourt. Finally gets it across the timeline to Payne DeGray. Far side corner. Goddard, rainbow three off the backside of the backboard and rebounded offensively by Caden Bruner. To Vogt, right point, driving right of the lane. Sidesteps into the lane and lays it in.
Nice athletic move by Trevor Vogt there, and they're going to need him to do that. Maybe get to the foul line a little bit, but they're going to need his scoring early.
Prenger stops at the free throw line, kicks it out right point to Warren, back left wing over to Prenger. Prenger kicks it near side corner, McMillan drives, kicks it right wing. This will be Warren drilling a three.
Nice ball movement by the Royals there, getting the open shot.
3-2, Wynford on top, 6 minutes to play here, first quarter. Bruner down on the block, Payne DeGray turns, faces underneath the basket, goes up, no good, ball tipped out of bounds, last touched by Colonel Crawford.
I think DeGray was surprised when he got the ball. He was so wide open, and then he kind of hurried to the basket, didn't get off a very good shot.
3-2, 5:45 to play. Prenger stops, feeds it to McMillan on the block, dumps it over, top of the key. Warren, back-to-back threes. He's got 6. And it's Ashton Warren 6, Colonel Crawford 2.
Every time the Eagles double down on the ball, they kick it back to the open player, and that happens then.
Vogt, fadeaway jumper, 10 feet out, can't get it to fall. Falls off to Prenger here for the rebound. Prenger, left wing, stops, pops. Off the heel, no good. And Goddard there to corral it defensively for Crawford. 6-2. Wynford with the lead. Bruner feeds it out. Right point to McMichael. Right wing. Goddard drains a three.
Big shot by Logan Goddard early in the game. Give him some confidence, because once he gets that confidence, he can make those.
And McGuire answers, and the foul. Lays it in from left of the rim. Grant McGuire, as they quickly push it up the floor. He's got his first 2. He averages 13.9. Now he's on the board. And Wynford has an 8-5 lead.
And I believe McGuire's strong point, Jared, is taking the ball to the hoop. He has a good physical build to a very strong.
Free throw and an out. Rebound tipped around into the hands here of Bruner. At the free throw line, Vogt turns, lobs it inside. Payne DeGray underneath, lays it in.
Nice athletic move by Payne DeGray. Nice assist by Trevor Vogt inside. Eagles staying with the Royals here.
8-7. They've picked it up on offense here.
Yeah, both teams. I think the feeling now part's over.
Prenger tries a three off the left side, and tracking it down in the corner is Payne DeGray with his first rebound. 8-7, Wynford on top. 4 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Vogt got away with the travel, tries a three and an out, and the rebound grabbed by Prenger here for Wynford. Quickly ahead to the right point. Prenger pulls it back out, sets it up here. Drives left of the lane. Prenger lays it up, blocked by DeGray, but a foul. Both teams starting to work the officials here early.
Yeah, Coach Sheldon was not happy with that one, but these 3 officials are out of Toledo, and they're all very strong officials who've worked state tournament games. I know all 3 very well, and strong officiating crew for this game. And the coaches they'll listen to the coaches, but they won't bother them too much.
Prenger misses the first. That was the first foul of the game for Payne DeGray. Him and Ryan McMichael both have 1 apiece.
It's important for DeGray to stay on the court.
Yes.
He cannot get in trouble, because Colonel Crawford really doesn't have anybody like him to replace him.
And Prenger drains the second free throw. Gives Wynford a 2-point advantage. Goddard, right wing here for Colonel Crawford. Stops, bounces it, right elbow to McMichael. He'll stop and feed it back to Goddard near far side corner, and he'll hit another 3. Logan Goddard. Talk about finding that third guy. Maybe Goddard's it right now.
Early in the year, he had a game or 2 like that, and then he kind of went into a shooting slump. And tonight he's come out and 2 for 2 from the 3-point line.
Warren tries to answer. It falls off the left side, tipped into the hands here of Trevor Vogt. driving up the right side of the floor to McMichael. McMichael feeds it to his brother Connor, driving right of the lane. Connor stops on the right block, turns around, lays it up, and rattles it in. Connor McMichael.
One advantage the Eagles might have over the Royals are they are a little bit more stronger, I think, physically stronger.
And Grant McGuire lays it in from left of the rim. He's got 4, and it's now a Crawford 12-11 lead.
McGuire is one player who probably could match up strength-wise with the Eagles there, and he's very strong going to the hoop like he has the last couple times.
Ryan McMichael controls the basketball high on the left here for Colonel Crawford, and then travels.
I don't think McMichael's the guy that Coach L wanted to have the ball out front like that. He wants to get in the hands of Goddard or Trevor Vogt, and the Royals were able to get a turnover there.
Second turnover of the game. Sam McMillan has a seat.
And depth could be a problem tonight. Jib's warm inside. Like I said, you never know when you're going to have to go to that 7th, 8th guy on the bench.
Prenger stops on the right block, kicks it back out, right point to McGuire. Back right wing over to Prenger. Prenger driving left of the lane, feeds it over to Drew Johnson in the corner. Johnson back to Warren, left wing. Warren to the free throw line, right elbow now. Feeds it over to James Renfus here in the near side corner. Renfus to McGuire, right wing, guns a 3 and hits.
That's 7 points for McGuire here in the first quarter, off to a quick start.
We've had 4 lead changes already, and it's 14-12. Wynford on top. McMichael, that's Connor, out to Trevor Vogt, right point, left wing over to Ryan McMichael. Ryan bounces it in to Payne to Gray, turns, hook shot with the right hand and got it. He's got 4, and we're tied at 14 with a minute and a half to go here first quarter. Prenger, left wing, stops, far side corner, McGuire drains a 3. No, that's Renfus. James Renfus in the corner. He averages 3.1 a game, and now he's got his first 3, and it's 17-14. Wynford on top. Connor McMichael, left block, goes up, leaves it short. Ball tipped around into the hands here of Grant McGuire for Wynford. He'll try to throw it ahead, and it's out of bounds, last touch by Trevor Vogt.
I know Coach Smith has said before that he likes to give his kids a green light on a lot of shots. If they're open, he wants them to shoot it. So, and again, you can see that Wynford has confidence when he put the ball up.
50 seconds to play here first quarter. Renfus over to Sam McMillan on the right wing. Anthony Evans, Grant McGuire, James Renfus, Wes Prenger, and Sam McMillan on the floor here for Wynford. May settle for the last shot with 35 seconds left in the quarter and a 3-point advantage. Gonna spread it out, play 4 corners here for a second.
And I think Crawford's going to be happy to be only down 3 points here, and sit back and get together here at the end of the first quarter. And
student section chanting boring. Wes Prenger just kind of looks at him and says, it is what it is.
Look at the scoreboard, he's probably saying.
So 10 seconds now. Prenger, left wing, 5 seconds. Prenger, right wing. Stops, bounces it to McMillan, left elbow, 1 second, turns, lays it up, got it in! Sam McMillan with his first 2 points gives Wynford a 19-14 advantage. We played 1. We'll be right back.
Farmall. 100 years of can-do. 100 years of milestones. 100 years of family. Generation after generation, its legacy lives on. The one for all since 1923.
WBCO and the OH Report. Jared Moore, John Supon. Start of the second quarter. Wynford leading Colonel Crawford here at Mac Morrison Gymnasium 19-14, and Colonel Crawford's going to start with the basketball. Once again, kind of that half-court trap here for Wynford. Ryan McMichael bounces it to Payne DeGray, and we got a reach-in foul here against Wynford.
You know, one thing I noticed tonight is Colonel Crawford put 14 points up on the board first quarter, and that's more than their average, and they're still down 5 points. So, you know, Wynford's firepower is just so, you know, all way. You can't guard them all, and they find the open man so well.
Goddard tries a three again, and it's off the heel, and it will go out of bounds. He's had the hot hand here so far. Goddard with 6 points, leading Colonel Crawford. Grant McGuire with 7 points, leading Wynford. On the floor for the Royals is Pranger, Warren, McMillan, Evans, and McGuire. As Pranger walks it up the left side of the floor. Pranger gets a screen there from McMillan, stops, guns a three, can't connect. Trevor Vogt skies up and grabs a rebound here for Colonel Crawford, trailing by 5. It'll be Vogt, top of the key. Vogt driving right of the lane, lays it up, blocked by McMillan into the corner. Goddard in the corner, corrals the rebound, and we'll have a jump ball. Possession will go over to Wynford.
Great athletic play by McMillan there on the block. Vogt had a clear move to the basket. Vogt and McMillan did a nice job blocking the ball without getting the foul, which is a key.
Just a minute into the second quarter. Colonel Crawford with a 5-point disadvantage, I should say. Wynford with a 5-point advantage. It'll be Warren, near side corner, fakes a three, drives inside, and we're gonna have a foul here on Connor McMichael. On the floor for Colonel Crawford, it's Ryan and Connor McMichael, Trevor Vogt, Logan Goddard, and Payne DeGray.
Looks like a rugby scrum underneath. Everybody's trying to get his position there.
Now they finally clear it out.
Yeah.
McMillan left open, tries a three and airballs it. And that's why Payne DeGray left him open. Vogt into the front court, tries a three, blocked and fouled. Ashton Warren got him on the arm, and Trevor Vogt's going to shoot 3 free throws.
Yeah, it was not a very good foul by Warren there, even though he didn't like it. It was a good call. I don't think it was a very smart foul by him. Vogt was off balance a little bit, but he gets to go to the line, shoot 3 now.
And it seems like, as the first one's made here by Trevor Vogt, it seems like the only reason why Trevor Vogt shot that 3 was because he knew he was going to get fouled.
Yeah, it's like an NBA guy, you know, they lean right into the player a little bit. And, you know, the thing is, I'm trying to get used to these no one-on-ones no more. Every quarter starts over the team foul. So, you know, I was talking to Coach Joe Baylog, who used to be at Ontario, Coach Steve Moore before the game about this. And, their opinion is this is going to lead probably to a shot clock down the road here, and you know, not to get into that long, but again, I'm not sure about this yet. I'm still working on it.
Vogt makes 2 out of 3, and it definitely is kind of hard to get used to, and interesting to see what the coaches would think as well. Near side corner, it's McGuire. Feeds it over left point to McMillan, who they'll reverse it all the way left wing to Pranger. Pranger stops on the baseline, now goes back towards the baseline, left block, kicks it back, far side wing over to Ashton Warren, kind of a jab step, now kicks it over here to McMillan, right block. McMillan having trouble with the basketball, finally lays it up, can't get it to fall, gets his own rebound, goes up again and is fouled.
That's the second foul on Payne DeGray here with 6 minutes to go. Now Coach Sheldon has to make a decision. Does he leave Gray in or is he sub? Looks like he's going to bring Caden Bruder in for Payne DeGray here. That's going to take one of his scoring options out of the lineup.
With still 6:08 to go here in the first half, Bruner will sub in for Payne DeGray, and making the first free throw here is Sam McMillan. It's hard to believe, but that was Sam McMillan's first rebound. 20-16 now, Wynford with the lead. Trying to match their largest lead of the game at 5, and he does. McMillan's got 4, and it's 21-16. Vogt over to McMichael at center court. Finally into the front court comes Ryan McMichael. Ryan trying to split through the defense, finally does, finds Trevor Vogt. We'll have another 5-second call.
Again, Ryan McMichael picked his dribble up right into the double team, and the Royals are so tall and lanky, he just couldn't find a passing lane, and none of the players went to help him out. And I think Coach Sheldon's going to talk about that. You need to go help your teammate out there.
Fourth turnover for Colonel Crawford, who trails 21-16. Drew Johnson has it stripped and taken away by Goddard. Second turnover for Wynford. Here comes Vogt, top of the key, driving, kicks it, far side corner. Bruner, a three, got it. Caden Bruner drains a three, and it's 21-19.
That one might bring snow. It was up there so high, but it went through the hoop. That's what matters.
Pranger tries to answer, in and out. Offensive rebound, Sam McMillan kicks it to McGuire, near side corner, claims a three off the left side, no good. And a foul over the back here against Wynford on the rebound.
Caden Bruner's a little matchup problem with him and McMillan. McMillan gets off his feet a little bit more, taller. Let's go look for Coach Smith to exploit that here on the offensive end.
First foul here on Drew Johnson. It'll be the third foul against Wynford of the quarter. And a kick ball here into the front court. They'll inbound it right in front of Wynford's bench. And it'll be McMichael throwing it to his brother Connor. Connor drives, middle of the paint, turns around, feeds it out to Vogt, left point. Vogt drives just inside the free throw line, lays it up, no good. Ryan McMichael, offensive rebound, goes up and is fouled. And that's something you kind of haven't seen lately. Ryan McMichael being a little bit aggressive towards the basket, and I think that's something that maybe Coach Sheldon would like to see a little bit more of. Well, as he kind of seems passive with the basketball quite a bit.
Well, I know Coach Capel works with the post players a lot in practice. He was one of the best post players ever from around this area at Buckeye Central. And I think that's one thing he's emphasizing, him and Coach Sheldon. You got to take it to the hoop. You got to take it strong. We need your scoring.
As he splits the free throws, makes 1 out of 2, and it's 21-20. Wynford on top with 4:40 to play here first half. It'll be Pranger over to McGuire, and Coach Smith's going to take a timeout. We'll take one as well. It is Wynford 21, Colonel Crawford 20, 4:35 to play here in the first half. You're listening to high school basketball on WBCO and the OH.
This is Chad.
Coming out of the timeout, Ashton Warren drains a three, and it's 24-20.
That's 9 points for Warren, so, a little extra points there for Coach Smith.
All coming from beyond the three-point line as Sam McMillan swats a pass away, but it goes out of bounds, and Colonel Crawford retains the possession.
I think as long as Coach Sheldon can stay within 4 or 6 points, he's going to leave DeGray on the bench. But I think if it gets too far past that, he's going to have to bring him back in because he doesn't want to get out of touch with the Royals.
Pranger comes to the bench. Renfus checks in here for Wynford. It'll be Vogt on the left wing. Both McMichaels, Bruner, and Goddard on the floor as well here for Colonel Crawford. 3:55 to play here first half. Bruner trapped. Bounces it right wing over to Goddard. Goddard bounces it far side corner to Vogt. Vogt lobs it to Ryan McMichael on the baseline. McMichael double team, goes underneath the basket, gets out of trouble, and finally wraps it all the way around to the left wing. Feeds it into the corner. Bruner, rainbow three, no good. And Drew Johnson there for the rebound, quickly pushing it ahead to Ashton Warren, and a double dribble.
That's a good call. I think McMillan took his eyes off the basketball a little bit, took his eyes off and looked at the hoop. That was a good call.
So still a 4-point advantage here for Wynford. A 24-20 lead with 3.5 to play here in the half. McMichael stops, kicks it to his brother at the volleyball line. And Connor dribbles to the free throw line, feeds it over far side corner. Goddard, a three off the front end, no good. And we're going to have a foul over the back here against Sam McMillan.
Not a smart foul by McMillan there. Coach Smith knows it. He's on him about it. He didn't have a chance for that rebound, tried to make a play, and instead of just backing off.
That was the 5th foul.
That's 2 on McMillan now, so him and DeGray both with 2 fouls, both post players. Colonel Crawford at the line now the rest of the second quarter.
Yeah, huge foul there for Sam McMillan, and now this is where Crawford has to take advantage and try to cut into this deficit, or at least take the lead here before the half. And Caden Bruner misses the first free throw.
I know foul shooting is going to concern to Coach Sheldon this year so far, and
they're 2 of 5 right now.
Yeah, and they need to make at least 70% of their foul shots.
And he misses them both. A rebound to Grant McGuire here for Wynford, who holds a 4-point advantage with 3:05 to go here in the half. And a steal by Trevor Vogt is a lazy pass over to the left wing. Vogt lays it up, got it, fouled. Grant McGuire committed the turnover. Then he goes down and fouls Trevor Vogt.
Just not a smart foul by Grant McGuire there. Trevor had him beat to the basket. Should just let him make the point, get the ball out of bounds. He tried to body him up, and he got the foul call.
And Trevor Vogt makes it a 3-point play, and it's a 1-point game. 24-23, Wynford on top. Under 3 minutes to play here in the half.
Yeah, Wynford's kind of cooled off here in the second quarter.
Warren feeds it over, right point to Prenger. Kicks it over, left wing to McGuire. McGuire between the legs, stops, left elbow extended, jumper, no good. Rebound to Connor McMichael, or it looks like we're going to have a jump ball here. And possession goes over to Wynford.
Colonel Crawford gets it.
Or excuse me, to Crawford, yes.
Yeah.
24-23, 2:38 to play here, second quarter.
I tell you what's good to see, Jared, is 2 good student sections tonight.
Yes.
Good to see the Wynford students making a trip here, and Colonel Crawford always has a good student section.
Bruner to the block, turns around, finds Connor McMichael in the corner. Connor splits to the defense, kicks it right point. Vogt tries a 3, left it short, and just kind of held up there on his 3. It looked like Ashton Warren was towards his left side and didn't really follow through on the motion.
Trevor pulled the string a little bit on that one, and you're right, wasn't a freestyle shot. So 2 minutes, a little over 2 minutes to go here. Crawford could keep it close here, and that'd be the key.
KJ Katalik into the game here for Wynford. They'll lob it to him on the block, to Evans, who saves it from going out of bounds. He'll throw it into Warren at the top of the key, who hands it back to Prenger at the volleyball line. Prenger reverses his dribble, finds Warren at the volleyball line as well. They'll swing it over high on the left to McGuire. McGuire once again sets up the offense with 1:45 to play here in the half. Wynford leading by 1. It's Warren on the right wing, stops on the right point, lobs it to KJ Katalik, goes up and can't get it to fall. And Caden Bruner corrals the rebound. Connor McMichael driving up and in. And the foul. It'll go on Wes Prenger, his second. KJ Katalik limps to the bench. Looks like he maybe stepped on someone with his ankle.
Yeah, it looked like he came down awkwardly down there when he missed the shot. But, Colonel Crawford's beating the Royals down the floor right now. And, not in the first time this quarter. And in 3-point play.
Connor McMichael now with 5. And it's 26-24. Colonel Crawford leading by 2. Johnson bounces it over to Renfus on the baseline, almost loses it out of bounds, kicks it in, fight for the loose ball. Ryan McMichael picks it up. McMichael turns, feeds it to his brother Connor, who hands it off to Trevor Vogt on the left wing. Under a minute to play. Connor McMichael inside, lays it up, can't get the roll. Ball tipped around and into the hands here of Grant McGuire. Across the timeline, McGuire driving left of the lane, kicks it. Warren left wing, guns a 3, got it. He's got 12, he's got 4 threes in this game.
Warren shooting with confidence, Jared. And when you shoot with confidence, your shooting percentage is going to go sky high.
27-26, that is our 7th lead change of the game. Connor McMichael on the left block, and a jump ball possession over to Wynford. 5 turnovers for both teams. Wynford with a 1-point advantage with 25.6 seconds left here in the second quarter. Grant McGuire, Drew Johnson, James Renfus, Ashton Warren, and Wes Prenger on the floor here for the Royals, who more than likely are going to settle for the last shot here as Drew Johnson walks it up the left side and just stops just inside of half court.
And I would think they would look at either Warren or Prenger here to get the last shot in.
7 seconds on the clock. McGuire right wing. Warren a 3, got it! And that's going to take us to the end of the first half, where Wynford holds a 30-26 lead. Ashton Warren with 5 threes in this game. He's got 15, and they'll take the lead into the locker room, a 4-point advantage here at halftime. Stay tuned. We'll come back with the halftime show right after this.
Farmall. 100 years of can-do. 100 years of milestones. 100 years of family. Generation after generation, its legacy lives on. The one for all since 1923.
He's going to send a line drive down the field. It'll be fielded on the bounce. That is Schieffer. Schieffer finds a hole at the center. Schieffer turns on the burners. Schieffer could go. He's at the 50, 45. He's got one man to beat. Schieffer with the ball in his left hand. He's going to take it to the house. Wynford opens up the second half with a kick return touchdown.
We guarantee nobody else gets you closer to the action than our exclusive coverage. So give me a call, Brian Skoronsky, and let's make you a part of the game.
Tonight's audio-only broadcast here on the OH Report, brought to you by these generous sponsors: Burkhart Farm Center, farmers serving farmers. First Federal Community Bank, banking locally just got a little easier, as well as our friends at WBCO-WQEL in Crawford County now. The North Central Ohio Media Group for always collaborating on these audio-only broadcasts. Thank everybody for allowing us to be here, though, live and free for this audio-only broadcast tonight. We'll take another break. When we come back, the halftime report, back with the boys from WBCO.
Farmall. 100 years of can-do. 100 years of milestones.
At the half, 30-26, and Jared Moore alongside John Supon here at Colonel Crawford. John, was that kind of the first half you were expecting?
Yes, it was. Very competitive first half. Both teams leaving it on the floor, hustle. Good plays offensively and defensively by both teams. The big difference is the Warren kid from Wynford with the 5 threes, 15 points. I'm sure Coach Sheldon going into the game was thinking McGuire, McMillan, and Prenger, and then Warren's come up and made some key threes. But I'm sure Coach Sheldon has to be happy only being down 4. He has balanced scoring and getting some scoring from some other players like Goddard and McMichael tonight, and with DeGray on the bench most of the second quarter, he was able to keep it within 4 points. So you get DeGray back on the floor here to start the third quarter with 2 fouls. On Wynford's side, McMillan with 2 fouls. So, both post players with 2 fouls. But other than that, I don't think there's any foul issues in there. So I think the key, of course, for the Eagles is keep that balance scoring and find a way to shut down Warren.
Yeah, you mentioned the low scoring there. Wes Pranger with 1 point. He averages almost 19 a game. And leading the way for Wynford, you talked about it, Ashton Warren with 15 points for the Royals. But we talked about finding that third guy to score for Colonel Crawford, and that has been the three-point shooting of Logan Goddard. He's got 6.
Yeah, Logan Goddard, 2 out of 3 shots. And, and again, he's going to have to keep that up the second half. The post players like McMichael and DeGray and Bruner can kick it out to him for that open 3. He knocks in a couple of those. They won't be able to double down on the Colonel Crawford post players like they will if he's not hitting that shot. And again, on the same way with Wynford, they're going to continue to keep ball moving and look on the outside for that open 3-point shot.
All right, we'll run down some stats here. First for Wynford, leading the way, we talk about it. Ashton Warren with 15 points. James Renfus with 3. Wes Pranger, 1 point, 2 rebounds. Grant McGuire, 7 points and 3 rebounds. Drew Johnson, a rebound. Sam McMillan, 4 points and 2 rebounds. For Colonel Crawford, leading the way is Trevor Vogt with 7 points. He's also got 4 rebounds. Logan Goddard, 6 points, 2 rebounds. Connor McMichael, 4 points and a rebound. Caden Bruner, 3 points, 3 rebounds. Ryan McMichael, 1 point, 1 rebound. And Payne DeGray with 4 points and 1 rebound. Both teams with 5 turnovers apiece. Wynford 3 of 5 from the line. Colonel Crawford, on the other hand, would be 4 of 8 from the free throw line. So once again, your halftime score, it is Wynford 30, Colonel Crawford 26. We're going to step aside. We'll take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll have third quarter action here from Colonel Crawford. You listen to high school basketball on WBCO and the OH Report.
He's going to send a line drive down the field. It'll be fielded on the bounce. That is Schieffer. Schieffer finds a hole at the center. Schieffer turns on the burners. Schieffer could go. He's at the 50, 45. He's got one man to beat. Schieffer with the ball in his left hand. He's going to take it to the house. Wynford opens up the second half with the kick return touchdown.
Let's get set for
4,
third quarter action.
3, 2, you're live.
Back here on WBCO and the OH Report from Colonel Crawford High School. Jared Moore alongside John Supon. Second half action just about ready to go. Colonel Crawford will start out with the basketball. Coming out of the locker room, it'll be Ryan McMichael, Trevor Vogt, Payne DeGray, Caden Bruner, and Logan Goddard. Same 5 starters on the floor for Colonel Crawford. We'll get to Wynford's here in just a second. As it's Ryan McMichael, high on the left, bounces it left wing to Bruner. They'll bounce it left elbow to Trevor Vogt, who swings it right wing to Goddard. Takes a 3, bounces it inside to Payne DeGray, loses it for a second, turns around on the baseline, takes one dribble, and then lobs it out to Goddard, left wing to Vogt, fakes the pass into the corner, tries a 3 and hits. What a start here to start the second half.
Yeah, good patience by the Eagles there, finding the open man, and Vogt knocked it in. Showed a lot more confidence on that shot.
Now a reverse lay-in for Sam McMillan.
Athletic move by McMillan, going underneath and turning his body and laying it in.
Just kind of flying towards the basket, laid it in from the left side, and it's 32-29. Colonel Crawford with the lead. Ryan McMichael finds himself trapped again, dribbles out of trouble, feeds it over to Goddard. Goddard, have a double team, not really finding it yet. And Goddard picks up his dribble and then finds Vogt. Vogt stops at the elbow, rises up, leaves it off the right side, no good. Ryan McMichael flies in and knocks it out of bounds. Ball back over to Wynford.
Looks like one of the halftime adjustments Coach Smith made is to put a little bit more pressure on the perimeter there. Not to give Colonel Crawford the good look, but that opens up the lanes there, and Vogt had a chance there to had a little elbow jumper and just missed it.
McGuire, Johnson, McMillan, Pranger, and Warren on the floor here for Wynford. Backdoor pass to Johnson, lays it up no good, but a foul.
It's like foul on Goddard. Got beat baseline and fouled him on the arm.
Minute and a half into the second half. And we have our first foul. It'll go against Goddard, as you mentioned. Johnson's first is good. Drew Johnson with his first point of the night. Averages 7.9 a game. Second free throw here for Johnson is good. Now he's got 2, and it's 34-29. Wynford on top. Matches once again their largest lead of the game. High on the left is Payne DeGray. Kicks it over to Vogt. Left elbow to Connor McMichael, turns around, jump stops in the middle of the lane, and Drew Johnson takes it away here for Wynford. Quickly ahead, right wing, Pranger a 3, in and out. Skying up, grabbing the offensive rebound is McMillan, leaves it short, gets it back again, goes up, loses it out of bounds, but it's last touch by Colonel Crawford.
Eagles got lucky there. McMillan missed a couple shot putbacks there underneath, but they get the ball out of bounds.
Both teams with 6 turnovers now. 6:05 to play here, third quarter. Wynford leading 34-29. McMillan drives inside, lays it in.
That's what he has on Payne DeGray, is a little bit quickness, and Payne couldn't keep it. That's 7 points now. Wynford lead here going in 5:57 on a timeout by Coach Sheldon.
We'll take one as well. It is Colonel Crawford trailing 36-29. Wynford on top. We'll be right back. 36-29 coming out of the timeout. Wynford on top with 5:57 to play here, third quarter. Colonel Crawford with the basketball. McMichael kicks it over across to Connor McMichael, who drives left elbow. Passes it right point over to Vogt. Vogt kicks it into the corner to Goddard. Double team comes. They'll bounce it to DeGray. Right block. Turns around and lays it off the glass and in. Payne DeGray has 6, and it's 36-31.
Good job at McMillan, not fouling there. Just put his hands straight up, and DeGray took advantage and made a basket.
McGuire goes in, and we'll have an offensive foul here against Grant McGuire. Coach Smith doesn't like it.
Yeah, I think Coach Smith didn't feel that Crawford had a defensive position there. They were more square to the player, not fronting him, but the call went, and that's one foul each on both teams here.
7 turnovers for the Royals, who hold a 5-point lead.
Yeah, looking around here, Jared, I see a lot of, you could tell it's a big game, and you see a lot of ex-coaches, Steve Moore here, Joe Baylog, Rob Sheldon, David's dad, and former Wynford coach. A lot of Amy Sheldon here. Big game tonight, good crowd. It's a great atmosphere, and the game's really lived up to the hype.
Kind of at this point, we're playing into the hands of a Colonel Crawford defensive game at 36-31. And maybe not quite to that level, but it appears to be heading that way. Connor McMichael on the left wing. Takes it back out high on the left to control the basketball. Tries to split through the defense, lobs it over, left wing, Vogt, a 3, off the heel, and Prenger skies up and grabs the rebound. And a 3 by Grant McGuire.
Yeah. Something you said there about, both teams kind of, playing a little bit slower pace, but if you're going to advance in the tournament, you got to learn how to play both ways. Be able to slow down and go.
Goddard answers on a 3 as well.
Big bucket by Goddard there. That's his third 3 of the night.
39-34. Wynford on top. It'll be Prenger on the right wing with 4.5 to play here, third quarter. Driving right of the lane. Prenger blocked by Ryan McMichael. Ahead to Trevor Vogt. Vogt driving, spins off the left side, no good. Fight for the rebound, and it will be Payne DeGray, and it will be a tie ball, jump ball, possession.
Colonel Crawford looks like Wynford. I say Wynford, yes. There's still a lot of season to go yet. Just about the halfway point. I think each team has one league game left to go or so. But this point in the season, teams start thinking about down the road even, and so they're looking at being able to play both a slow down and a fast-paced game, because you never know who you're going to match up with.
Top of the key will be McGuire. Kicks it to Prenger, right wing, a deep 3 off the front end, and tipped up in the air into the hands of Caden Bruner.
Prenger struggling a little bit tonight.
Connor McMichael, left baseline, goes underneath the basket, bounces it over to Caden Bruner, 15 feet out, jump stop on the left block, rises up, can't connect, ball loose on the floor, and picked up by Ashton Warren.
I don't think Warren hasn't had a shot yet, has he?
Not in the second half. He does now, and he hits.
Yeah, there he goes.
Right on cue. His 6th 3 of the game. He's got 18. 42-34, and back to their largest lead of the game at 8 here for Wynford. Bruner to DeGray, fakes his shot, rises up, can't connect. But a foul here against, it looks like, Sam McMillan.
They might give it to, they give it to McMillan there. I didn't know if they were going to give it to him or Drew Johnson. So McMillan, that's number 3 on him. Nice baseline move by DeGray.
First free throw up and in for Payne DeGray.
Yes, talking to Coach Sheldon early in the season when one of the games I worked, and he said DeGray really worked hard last summer in the weight room and on the court, and he has really improved so much offensively. And I noticed even a difference from the beginning of the year to tonight, moving a lot more ease out there and more athletic.
7 points for DeGray as he misses the second free throw, and Grant McGuire goes flying by the defense and lays it in from right of the rim.
Yeah, but Michael got beat on that one, and Grant McGuire is so good going to the hoop.
He's got 12. Connor McMichael to Payne DeGray, kicks it near side corner. Goddard, a three, airballs it. But there's Caden Bruner for the backside rebound to Connor McMichael. Goes up and lays it off the glass and in. Connor McMichael with 7 points. And now a takeaway by Vogt. Vogt, right of the lane, goes up, got it. 5-point game as Trevor Vogt with his second steal, and it's 44-39. Trevor Vogt with 12 points here for Colonel Crawford. Right wing Renfus here for Wynford. Tries a three and hits. Hesitated for a second.
Like I said, Wynford gets so much balanced scoring, it seems like. All their players are contributing. Pranger's having an off night. Renfus and Warren has stepped up then.
It'll be Goddard at the volleyball line, middle of the floor here for Colonel Crawford. Working on Ashton Warren. Swings it left wing over to Connor McMichael. Bounces it left elbow to Vogt. Vogt turns, faces, rises, and lobs it to Payne DeGray, who lays it in underneath. He's got 9.
Very unselfish play by Vogt. He had a nice little inside jumper, but he saw DeGray cutting the basket and got him a nice little layup.
1.5 to play here, third quarter. Renfus tries it again off the heel, and Connor McMichael corrals it here for Crawford. 47-41, Wynford on top. Vogt bounces it to Connor McMichael, bounces it on the block to Payne DeGray, goes up and is fouled. And that one looked like Grant McGuire had his arms straight up, but he's going to get the foul.
And again, whether you like the call or not, DeGray did a nice job of drawing the foul or drawing the chance to get a foul there. And now he has to make the foul shots.
Payne DeGray makes the first. He's got 10. Anthony Evans into the game here for Grant McGuire. And they got 6 on the floor, I'd say. Sam McMillan subbed in as well.
Yeah.
And now Drew Johnson checks out.
I think Coach Smith's given his starters a break here with a little over a minute to go in the third quarter. Get them a little rest going in that fourth quarter.
Second free throw made for DeGray, and it's 47-43. A minute 5 left here, third quarter. Pranger to the right elbow, hands it Warren, fakes a three, kicks it back to Pranger on the wing, stops in between the three-point line and the free throw line. Now back to Warren, and Warren throws it out, and last touch by Colonel Crawford. .53 seconds left here, third quarter. Wynford to inbound it from left of the basket.
Look for Wynford to hold the ball here, I would think, but
they have the previous 2 possessions. Yeah. McMillan to Evans, left wing. Evans, ball above his head, swings it to Pranger here on the wing. Pranger kicks it right wing. Warren left open. Line drive 3, airballs it this time, and there's DeGray underneath the rim. Vogt behind the back, bounces it left wing to Connor McMichael. Connor has it poked from behind and taken away by Pranger. Ahead to Warren, back to Pranger, lays it in.
Huge play there by the Royals.
Pranger now at 3, and it's 49-43. 15 seconds to play here, third quarter. DeGray goes up, lays it up, and in. He's got 13. He's starting to catch fire with 5 seconds left here in the quarter. Wynford ahead by 4. Pranger rises, fires, got it. From the volleyball line, Wes Pranger gives Wynford a 52-45 lead after 3 quarters of play. You're listening to high school basketball on WBCO and the OH Report.
He's going to send a line drive down the field. It'll be fielded on the bounce. That is Schieffer. Schieffer finds a hole at the center. Schieffer turns on the burners. Schieffer could go. He's at the 50, 45. He's got one man to beat. Schieffer with the ball in his left hand. He's going to take it to the house. Wynford opens up the second half with a kick return touchdown.
Start of the fourth quarter, Wynford with a 52-45 lead. And Caden Bruner rallied out of the break, hits a three here for Colonel Crawford, and we're right back, 52-48. Just back and forth we go, three after three. And Pranger's going to slow it up here for Wynford. He hit a big-time three at the end of the third quarter, did Pranger from the volleyball line.
Yeah, Wynford had a three-pointer at the end of the second quarter and the third quarter against the Eagles there, buzzer beaters. But
and they had McMillan hitting one just before the end of the first.
That's right.
So that's, you're talking about an 8-point swing.
Yeah, that's uncanny for them.
And Coach Smith's going to take a timeout right away. 7-11 left here in the game. It's Wynford 52, Colonel Crawford 48.
Many guns as the Royals had, so Colonel Crawford needs to get stops on defense or turnovers, and then they need to make every possession count on the offensive end. Get the ball to Vogt, DeGray, Goddard, they're your top scorers, and try to cut in that lead a little at a time. I'm sure he's saying it's 8 points, get 2 at a time, 3 at a time. Let's get it back down to 2 to 4 points here to go in the last couple of minutes.
56-48, and a reminder to stay tuned after tonight's game, and we'll have our Spitzer Motors game changer, courtesy of Spitzer Motors of Ontario, and also our McDonald's players of the game, courtesy of the Lewis family McDonald's. Will be Cyrus and Gallion. Caden Bruner out of trouble to Connor McMichael, left elbow. Jump stop, middle of the lane. Connor McMichael goes up, partially blocked by Sam McMillan, and it's into the hands here of Grant McGuire. Wynford with an 8-point advantage and 6.5 to play. Pranger bounces it left point to McMillan. Looking for the lob, it's not there. Hands it back to McGuire at the volleyball line.
I don't think Wynford's going to take the air out of the ball by any means, but I also think they're going to look for that open shot, whether it be a 3 or a 2 or a layup. And there's a
5-second call, so maybe a little bit too patient.
And I don't think Coach Smith liked that call. I don't think anybody was really counting there, but he did have the ball without making a move to the basket, and 5-second call. And again, there's turnover that Colonel Crawford needs. Now they need to cash in at the offensive end.
They get it to Vogt across the timeline. Kicks it, Bruner. Bruner takes a step and travels. Nine turnovers for Colonel Crawford, who trails by 8 with under 6 minutes to play.
That's 2 possessions out of the timeout without a score by the Eagles. And David knows that he needs that those possessions to count.
Drew Johnson over to McGuire at the logo. Wynford leading 56-48. McGuire drives, lays it up, no good, but a foul.
Yes, foul on Caden Bruner there. McGuire is so good going to the basket. He's strong, he's quick for his size, and he's very authoritative going to the basket. And and he's going to get to the foul line. And again, that's the second team foul in this quarter on the Eagles, and Wynford has none.
56-48. Wynford with the lead. 5 minutes 35 seconds left here in the game. Grant McGuire, who has a quiet 12 points tonight at the free throw line to shoot 2. So get some sweat off the floor, especially with a packed house. I mean, rather warm in this gym as always.
Yeah, this was one of the warmest gyms I ever worked in, and it's, especially when you put a packed house in there and a swimming pool right next door with the humidity, and this was always a hot gym. And but I'll tell you what, I'm excited to see so many people out supporting high school athletics.
Great Saturday evening. Reminder to tune in to the Saturday night phone board. Will Beard standing by back on WQEL for all your scores. Give them a call, 419-562-2222, as McGuire misses the first.
And they had a packed crowd here last night, Jared, for the girls' game between the Royals and the Eagles. And so 2 nights in a row, good support by both schools.
Wynford looking for the sweep for the weekend.
Yeah,
they handed Colonel Crawford the first loss of their N10 season for the girls.
If you could go on the road and win in the N10 against Colonel Crawford, that's a feather in your cap. So, but there's a lot of basketball to be played yet in this last 5 minutes or so.
Colonel Crawford with the basketball. They'll bounce it to Vogt at the free throw line. Jump stop, middle of the lane, kicks it. Goddard, a 3, got it. Logan Goddard.
Tell you, he has a nice high arc on it, and when it goes through, it's all net.
57-51. Wynford still with the lead, under 5 minutes to play now at 4 minutes and 50 seconds. McGuire high on the left, driving, stops on the left wing, turns around looking for somebody. He'll find McMillan in the middle of the paint, lays it up, leaves it short, and there's Payne DeGray for the rebound.
Yeah, good defense by DeGray, keeping McMillan a little ways away from the basket.
They'll bounce it over to Connor McMichael, who's fouled. And I believe it was Sam McMillan going for the steal, and it was. That would be his 4th foul.
I think McMillan was a little bit upset with himself for missing that shot at the other end and trying to make a steal there and got bodied. That's his 4th foul. I think Coach Smith's going to leave him in here the last 4 minutes. So
that was only the first foul against Wynford here of the 4th. Colonel Crawford with 2. So still 3 more to give for them as well. They'll inbound it to Bruner, left wing, to McMichael, and it's Connor McMichael on the far side corner. Dribbles out of trouble. Connor splits to the defense, kicks it out to Vogt on the right point. Left wing over to Caden Bruner. Bruner hands it back. Vogt tries a three. Airballs it. Payne to Gray underneath. Offensive rebound up and in.
I think Trevor Vogt will tell you he passed it there.
He would take the assist in a heartbeat, I'm sure.
That's exactly right.
Back to a 4-point game. Backdoor pass to Warren. Lays it up and in.
Nice backcourt cut. McMillan did a nice job finding him there. Again, every time Crawford makes a little bit of a run, Wynford answers.
Warren with his first 2-point attempt of the game that goes in. And it's 59-53. Bruner on the other end tries a three. It rattles in and out. Offensive rebound by Payne to Gray. No good on the putback. Grant McGuire gets the rebound. They'll slow it up. It's McGuire, left wing, guns a three. Off the right side, no good. And there's Payne to Gray once again to corral the rebound. Here for Wynford, right point, it's Connor McMichael. Drives, lays it up, leaves it short. Payne to Gray again, another offensive rebound inside. Rips it through, tries to put it up and in, but he's fouled. But he'll head to the free throw line for another 2 shots. Payne to Gray.
Drew Johnson picking up the foul there. Showed good sportsmanship, picking up McMichael who had fell to the floor. I think the Eagles look a little bit winded out there. I'm looking at McMichael and DeGray, and they look a little winded out there. And they're going to have to reach down here in the last 3 minutes, though. And there's no rest until tomorrow. So Wynford's ran a few more players in than the Eagles have tonight. So we'll see if that makes a difference.
Payne to Gray makes the first, and they definitely are winded. They've only played 6 here tonight.
Yeah.
As Ryan McMichael, the only one on the bench.
Yeah, I see McMichael, the other McMichael boy over there, and he's grasping at his shorts.
Second one made here for Payne to Gray. He's got 17.
Just a strong performance by DeGray again tonight. And he's taking a beating, too. He's battling every basketball, every rebound.
59-55, and we're going to have a foul here on the other end. Caden Bruner reaches in. This will be the 3rd team foul. The 3rd as well on Caden Bruner. With 3:01 to go here in the game, Wynford with a 59-55 lead. McGuire to inbound it from the far side. They lob it to McMillan. Underneath the rim, lays it in. He's got 10.
Somebody missed their assignment there. They didn't get behind McMillan. They were in front, and they just lobbed it over their head.
61-55. They'll kick it. Goddard, a three. In for Logan Goddard.
Timeout, Coach Sheldon.
He's got 15, and it's 61-58. We're back to a 1-possession game with 2:42 to go. Let's keep it right here, John. And what a big-time answer there for Colonel Crawford. The miscommunication on the inbounds pass to McMillan, but then right back, McMichael able to find Goddard for an open three.
Well, that's what good teams do. They don't worry about the previous play. They keep their heads up and go down and they play the other end of the court. And great job getting the ball to Goddard. He didn't hesitate, put up a three and rattled it in. Colonel Crawford is like that itch you get on your back of your back. You can't get rid of it. And that's how the Eagles are. They're that itch. Wynford can't get rid of that itch. The Eagles just keep battling back. They were down 8 points 3 minutes ago. Now they cut it to 3 points with 2:40 to go in the game.
Colonel Crawford with 2 timeouts. Wynford with 3 left here in the game. 61-58. Colonel Crawford on top. And they're going to show some pressure here. Wynford on top of Colonel Crawford. By 3, they also have the basketball, does Wynford with the lead. Pranger high on the right here for Wynford. Drives to the right wing, defended by Goddard, now pulls it back out. Now the official starts to count and picks it up. Pranger over to Warren. Risky pass there, McGuire. Vogt trying to take the steal, but it's right into the hands of McGuire. Right wing over to Pranger. Drives, lays it up, no good. Ball loose on the floor. Picked up by McGuire. Drives, once again, loose on the floor. And ball on the sideline, and it's a turnover here for Wynford. You can see the hustle by both teams. McGuire gets up a little bit slow, but he's okay. And Cowboys here for Colonel Crawford might have to cover about an area of 1,000 square feet over there.
Yeah, they slid about 15 feet there, Jared. And again, the turnover, that's what Colonel Crawford wants to force is turnovers. And get the ball and have a chance to cut into that lead or tie the game.
2:01 to go here in the game with a Wynford lead 61-58, but Colonel Crawford with a chance to tie, as you mentioned, just a one-possession game, and what has been the game of the N10 so far this year.
That was the first possession this half. I've seen Wynford be a little tentative on the offensive end. They seemed like they were going to try to hold on to the ball a little bit. They weren't attacking the basket. Warren turned down a shot. McGuire turned down a shot. They ended up turning the ball over.
It'll be Connor McMichael across the timeline. Double team comes. Connor trying to get out of trouble. Splits to the defense. Hands it to the Gray. Ball loose. And Coach Sheldon's going to take a quick timeout. Quick timeout there for Coach Sheldon. They avoid the jump ball. We'll take one as well. 1:50 to go. Wynford on top by 3. We'll be back. Back here on WBCO, where Wynford holds a 61-58 lead. Coming out of the timeout, 1:50 left in the game. It'll be Connor McMichael, Trevor Vogt, Logan Goddard, Caden Bruner, and Payne DeGray on the floor here for the Eagles. It's Connor McMichael high on the right, drives inside, kicks it. Bruner fakes a 3. And kicks it over, left elbow to Connor McMichael. To Goddard, a 3. Off the right side, no good. Flying up, offensive rebound. Payne DeGray goes up strong and is fouled. And that was on Sam McMillan. And he is out of the game.
That'd be 5 on McMillan. And again, that was a strong play by DeGray. Wynford faithful, not happy, but I thought it was a good call. DeGray just took it up through his arms, and you're going to get that call.
And now James Renfrews to sub in for Sam McMillan, who finishes the day with 10 points and 4 rebounds. Wynford ahead by 3, but Payne DeGray once again a chance to cut into this deficit. First one is no good for Payne DeGray.
Foul shots are really going to be important going down the stretch here.
Second one missed as well. Rebound to Ashton Warren here for Wynford. 1:25 to go. And a timeout by Wynford.
Full timeout.
Okay, 1:21 to go. Wynford on top by 3. We'll take a timeout as well.
Everybody is an unforgettable delight.
Back here on WBCO, 1:21 to go. 61-58, Wynford with the basketball coming out of the timeout. They also have the lead, and we'll have a foul before the inbound, which is probably actually a good thing here for Crawford because there's no time taken off.
Exactly.
And they're 1 foul away.
But here's where the one-on-one comes into factor here. If no one-on-one, you go to the 2-shot foul. And
another foul here, and it will be a 2-shot foul now. Ryan McMichael commits his 3rd foul.
I'm pretty sure that both those fouls were set up in the timeout. I think Coach Sheldon wanted to give him.
He brought McMichael in.
To put him at the line, I think. I'm not sure. Wynford shoots the ball so well from the line. I'm not sure who he wanted to foul, though.
First one good for Ashton Warren. He's got a game-high 21.
Yeah, I'm not sure he wanted to foul Warren there, but, got the clock stopped, and that's the key there.
Ryan McMichael heads to the bench. Payne DeGray in. Offense-defense substitution. Second one, cleans off, no good. Trevor Vogt, the rebound here for Colonel Crawford, trailing by 4. To Goddard in the corner, rainbow 3, airballs it, but right into the hands, right place, right time. Payne DeGray with the offensive putback up and in, and now we have a 2-point game with 1:09 left. Coach Sheldon takes the timeout. That's his final timeout.
Right.
They can take no more, and that might also come into the play here down the stretch.
Well, I'm sure Coach Sheldon would like to have a couple more in his pocket, but he doesn't. So he's going to set the last minute 9 seconds up right now in the huddle. He's going to tell them who to foul if they need to foul, who to get the ball in the Wynford hands. And he's going to play in this whole minute 9 seconds out. Offensively, he's going to say get it to DeGray, get it to Vogt, get it to Goddard, and try to force some turnovers.
62-60 is the score with 1:09 left. And talk about trying to get the turnover here. Both teams with around 10 turnovers. Crawford with 9 by my count, and Wynford with 10.
Yeah, looking at the Crawford players, they really look exhausted, some of them, and because they, like you said, Jared, earlier, they only played six people, or Wynford's went 8 or 9 deep tonight, and DeGray's out again, so look for another foul here because they got Payne on the bench. So I look for Coach Sheldon to get the ball into somebody's hands and then foul the guy they want to shoot the foul shot.
Drew Johnson gets it across half court to McGuire. Now under a minute to play. Double team coming in the corner. And Grant McGuire still looking. He'll find the rim as he tried to find Prenger underneath the basket. But Prenger tracks it down near half court, and then they'll have to foul Wes Prenger.
That throw underneath almost went in.
That's it.
He hit the front of the rim there. It looked good going up, but they were lucky to chase that ball down there, really. And
do you count that as a shot there, and a rebound for Prenger?
Probably you would call that, but Prenger now at the line, and I'm not sure. That's who Coach Sheldon wanted at the line there.
Because he makes the first. Payne DeGray in for Ryan McMichael. Prenger now with 9 here for Wynford. Or 11. And an out. Ashton Warren with an offensive rebound. And a foul here against Crawford.
Yep, DeGray got beat underneath on the rebound. Nice effort by Warren. Played really a great all-around game tonight. Even though the second half he's only scored 3 points, just been a consistent force out there for Coach Smith.
63-60, 43.8 left in the game. What could have been a one-possession game. Warren got an offensive rebound here for Wynford, and now he's at the free throw line. A chance to start clinching this game if they continue to make free throws, although Prenger missed that one.
I tell you, Monday afternoon on film study, that might be the play that Coach Sheldon looks at and just cringes.
It's so frustrating as a coach to see your team stay within one possession, but then Wynford gets the offensive rebound.
A missed foul shot there.
And now this will drive Coach Smith crazy now, because he misses the first.
There's a situation where the one-on-one would have come into play. One-on-one instead of 2 shots now. He's got a chance still to make it a 2-possession game yet.
And he misses.
Wow.
Connor McMichael with the rebound. 1-possession game, 40 seconds left. Connor throws it to Goddard for the tie. And we're tied at 63 with 20 seconds to go. And Wynford's going to take a timeout. My goodness. Logan Goddard, we talked about it in the pregame, needing another score for Colonel Crawford, and he has come to play here tonight.
Yeah, he's got to be the player of the game for the Eagles so far. 18 points. You know, like you say, he's been in a little bit of a shooting slump coming into this game. Come out here tonight, hit some early, got his confidence. That was just a huge basket there by Logan Goddard. So now the Eagles got to, settle down, get ready to play some defense because Coach Smith's drawing something up. I imagine it's either going to go to Warren, Prager, or McGuire. Those are their three leaders, three veterans. So Coach Smith's probably going to look at them, but they also don't want to shoot too early.
Yes,
you don't want
17 seconds.
Yeah, you don't want to shoot too early. Give the Eagles a chance to come down and get a shot off. So you want to get the shot off early enough that you can get a rebound and get a putback, but not too early that the Eagles can get the ball and get back down the court. But Coach Sheldon doesn't have any timeouts now, so he can't stop the clock. But if he does get the ball, now Wynford has one timeout left. So if Coach Smith doesn't see something early, he might call that timeout.
All right, tied at 63. Wynford and Colonel Crawford. It's McGuire, Renfus, Pranger, Warren, and Johnson. Pranger holds it near half court, high on the right here for Wynford. 10 seconds on the clock. 63-63. McGuire, left point, drives to the elbow, falls down, ball loose, picked up by Vogt. 2 seconds, lays it up at the buzzer, and Crawford wins it! What a game! 65-63. Colonel Crawford wins it tonight. And we'll be back with the postgame show right after this.
Farmall. 100 years of can-do. 100 years of milestones. 100 years of family. Generation after generation, its legacy lives on. The one for all since 1923.
He's going to send a line drive down the field. It'll be fielded on the bounce. That is Schieffer. Schieffer finds a hole at the center. Schieffer turns on the burners. Schieffer could go. He's at the 50, 45. He's got one man to beat. Schieffer with the ball in his left hand. He's going to take it to the house. Wynford opens up the second half with the kick return touchdown.
We guarantee nobody else gets you closer to the action than our exclusive coverage. So give me a call, Brian Skoronsky, and let's make you a part of the game.
Classic in the Northern 10, brought to you live and free. Thanks to our generous sponsors here tonight. Burkhart Farm Center, farmers serving farmers. First Federal Community Bank, banking locally just got a little easier. As well as our friends at WBCO and WQEL, Crawford County Now, North Central Ohio Media Group. Thanks to them tonight for making the call of this great basketball game between two rivals. We'll take another break, and when we come back, our First Federal Community Bank MVP right here on the OH Report.
Farmall. 100 years of can-do. 100 years of milestones. 100 years of family. Generation after generation, its legacy lives on. The one for all since 1923.
He's going to send a line drive down the field. It'll be fielded on the bounce. That is Schiefer. Schiefer finds a hole at the center. Schiefer turns on the burners. Schiefer could go. He's at the 50, 45. He's got one man to beat. Schiefer with the ball in his left hand. He's going to take it to the house. Wynford opens up the second half with the kick return touchdown.
We guarantee nobody else gets you closer to the action than our exclusive coverage. So give me a call, Brian Skoronsky, and let's make you a part of the game.
So quickly, what a game, 65-63. Just what was your thinking there at the end as Vogt takes that ball with less than 5 seconds to go?
Well, there was a lot that led up to that. You know, we're down 5 with 2 to go, and we did a good job of just hanging around. And, you know, Logan Goddard hit some big threes.
That's exactly what I was going to talk about.
He hit some big threes. And then you talk about the last possession. You know, we had to man up and get a stop. And we were fortunate. McGuire slipped. Trevor, one of the best athletes I've ever coached, picks it up and goes coast to coast for the game winner. But our guys showed a lot of character. You know, we were down the whole game, and, you know, that's an explosive team. You know, I've been here 18 years, and that team reminds me of 2005 to 11 when Tim Ayers and Dave Ursher were coaching, and they were making regional runs night in. They're so talented. And tonight, give credit to Ashton Warren. You know, we were helping off him. He shoots 19% from threes because there's so many weapons, and Ashton stepped up and hit big shots for him. So credit Ashton for that, and I'm just proud of our guys. We hung around, and they never said died, and just we were fortunate to get out of here with a win against a daggone good basketball team and a program that I love and respect so much growing up over there at Wynford.
Yeah, obviously.
Thanks to head coach David Sheldon for that, but it's now time for our MVP segment. Brought to you by First Federal Community Bank, and who else to be our MVP than the man that hit the game-winning bucket at the buzzer off the steal, Trevor Vogt. Trevor, what a game you had tonight. It was back and forth the whole time. You guys went down 52-45 at the end of the third, but you guys just kept battling back. Just talk about the fight of your squads first off.
Yeah, I mean, Sheldon's been talking about it all year. We're just such a defensive team. I mean, there's no point in the game where we're out of the game. Get a couple stops, stop, score, stop. I mean, that's just how we play. We fight. We just scrap to the end. The game's never over.
And now take me through that last sequence. First, you guys, Goddard hits a huge three to tie things up. They call timeout. They're setting up the final play. Get a little bit lucky with the slip by McMillan, but you're right there. Just take me through that sequence, knowing you only had a few seconds to get it to the hoop.
Yeah, I mean, last year it was really scary because we played Wynford at Wynford, and it was almost identical. It was tie game. We're going in the final seconds, and McGuire has the ball, and he drills a three to beat us. This year, McGuire has the ball. He goes for the pull-up. It's a little slippery out there. It's unfortunate. It may have been a travel, but I'm glad that it wasn't called because – and then it gave me time to just run down the floor. I looked at the clock. It said 1.9. Then I looked at it, 0.8, so I just threw up a floater and prayed that it went in, and it did.
How big of a win is this for you guys? They only had one loss. It was the Carey, a close one. You guys lost the Carey as well, but that drops you back into a tie for second place with them. Not only that, you beat a really good team. You beat a rival at home. What does that do going into the second half of the season?
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge game. I mean, we're down 5 with, a minute 40 left in the game, and we battle back. There are rivals, obviously, so it's always going to be a fun game, and keep us in the league contention, and hope that Carey can drop one, and we can fight for the league title.
And you guys get Carey as well one more time, so best of luck there. Finally, as always, you want to look into the camera, give us a shout out. Go for it.
I want to give a shout out to Logan Goddard. Phenomenal game tonight. Hit his shots. I want to give a shout out to my Aunt Pam, my family, my sister, my brothers. And my Uncle Russell, who was actually at the game tonight. First game he's been to me.
Hey, and you showed out with a buzzer beater for the uncle as well. Trevor, congratulations. Go celebrate. You earned it tonight, our MVP.
Thank you.
Farmall. 100 years of can-do. 100 years of milestones. 100 years of family. Generation after generation, its legacy lives on. The one for all since 1923.
Back here inside the post-game show. My goodness, what a game. I'm sorry we were unable to show you the whole entirety due to, media restrictions here, but, I snuck that at last play. Just don't tell anybody, okay? But we will have a full highlight synced with our friends' audio from WBCO tonight, so we'll have that out later tonight, but my goodness, that was a great battle between two rivals in the Northern 10. A big win for Crawford after 2 tough losses. They bounced back with 1 victory after that, but this is a huge win for Crawford to get to 8-3 as we take a look at the final statistics this evening. 11 threes for the Royals. 6 of those coming from Ashton Warren, who had a career. He would have been MVP if it wasn't for Mr. Trevor Vogt at the end. Balanced scoring, too. 10 twos, 11 threes, 19 rebounds, only 9 turnovers. They were 10 of 17 from the free throw line. As for Colonel Crawford, 8 threes, 6 of those from Logan Goddard, including the game-tying 3 right before that final sequence that you were able to see here. 13 twos. That was helped by the play of Payne DeGray. 24 rebounds. They did out-rebound the Royals tonight. Only 9 turnovers, and they were 10 of 16 from the charity stripe. Some final statistics not individually before we get out of here. First for Wynford. They were led by Warren's game-high 21 points. What a night for him from beyond the arc. Grant McGuire with 13. Wes Prenger with 11. Sam McMillan with 10. Just the balance that you always see from Wynford. James Rinfus with 6 and Drew Johnson with 2. As for Crawford, they were led by Logan Goddard's 18. They were second. I apologize. Payne DeGray led all scorers for Crawford with 19. Goddard with 18. Vogt with 14, although the 2 were the biggest points of the night for him at the end. Connor McMichael with 7. Caden Bruner with 6, and Ryan McMichael with 1. Score by quarter, 19-14 Wynford after 1, 12-11 Crawford in the second, making it 30-26 Wynford at the break. Wynford then came out with a 22-19 third quarter to make it 52-45, but the Eagles come back with a 20-11 fourth quarter for the 65-63 victory. Next up for Seneca East, a very improved, very good Seneca East squad for Wynford. Wynford will host Seneca East 6 days from now at 7:30. Seneca East came in here and knocked off the Eagles in our last audio broadcast at Colonel Crawford. As for the Eagles, they're going to head to Mohawk. That's another up-and-coming squad here in the Northern 10. We'll see if they can continue that. That game also 6 days from now at 7:30. But that will wrap things up here from Colonel Crawford. I want to thank everybody that helped make things possible tonight. Including Madeline Zazzuto, who will be working on that highlight. We'll have that for you later. And also our sponsors, our scoreboard sponsor, Burkhart Farm Center, our MVP sponsor, First Federal Community Bank, Burkhart Farm Center, as well as WBCO-WQEL, our commercial sponsors for this evening. Once again, want to thank WBCO for the commentary tonight, as well as Coach Bruner and the athletic department at Colonel Crawford for allowing us to be here, and the OHSA for allowing us to stream these games to you live and free. Crawford wins it at the buzzer. Trevor Vogt with the shot. 65-63 Crawford over Wynford. For all the folks at WBCO, for Madeline Zazzuto, I'm Travis Berardi saying so long from Crawford.